Oh, he does. The little horses on top. He needs an S. I'll see what I have.
So, look, whatever we say on here is on StreamYard. So when we're talking during the commercial with these on, you can hear it on StreamYard. So just a heads up. No, just a heads up. We really don't care, but sometimes like when people watching and listening are like, oh, sweet. Just order a ass ton of them. Nice. They're going to go fast. Oh, nice. How long do they take to get in? Oh, that's pretty good for them. That's sweet. You going to sell them or give them away? How much? All right, here we go.
7X, baby.
Oh, after this? Oh, bummer. Okay. Your screen froze.
What?
Your screen froze. There we go. Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Talking wild card weekend. I mean, what else in the world are we going to talk about?
Nothing.
The first trillionaire in the world is coming within 10 years.
Well, we'll talk about that. I mean, we can talk about the caucus in Iowa, but I mean, I don't think that's really your listeners' bag.
Oh, sometimes we dabble. We dabble sometimes. Yeah, we dabble.
Well, Trump ran away with it. That's all we need to say.
A lot of corn there, I heard. A lot of corn. Can't vote with corn, but the Philadelphia Eagles took the sting out of Cowboys Nation just a tiny bit, as the NFC least lost both games.
You have to be happy with Baker Mayfield.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, he seems like a good dude. I don't obviously never met a guy, probably will never meet him, but you know, he's been taking his licks all these years. Good for him. Absolutely.
Looked good in weeks. I don't care if they blew out the Giants last game, whatever that, not even blow out, but like Nick Sirianni, AJ Brown, one of their star players.
Why was he out?
Like, he doesn't want to be on the team. He got rid of all his social media. He did the same exact thing with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a head case. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But something's off in general. They don't have an identity this season. They went 10-1. They did this last year too. They like lose their identity and they're just a mess. And Nick Sirianni's got to go. Because remember when we watched the NFL draft this year and you're like, oh my God, like on paper, we talked about this early in the show. The Eagles should be monsters the way they drafted. It's insane. So I don't
Yeah.
know. And you're right. Give Baker credit because
Dude, I love Baker Mayfield. I
too.
always have.
I love
He's
his
a dude.
commercials.
He's just a
Yeah.
dude. He's like a
he needs to bring
dude's
back the
dude.
commercials.
It's like
Yeah.
why would you root against this guy unless he beats your team?
Yeah.
He's funny. You see what he did to one of his quarterback coach on a water break?
Huh.
He missed on purpose and squirted his coach. Like he's just a funny guy. He is a fun and funny guy, and his teammates love him. He won the quarterback battle. They brought him in for a quarterback competition with Kyle Trask, and Baker Mayfield won the competition, won the locker room, and his teammates have been fighting for him all year, even when he had his struggles there in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Tampa, like they were fortunate enough to be in the NFC South and limp into the playoffs, but I thought a average NFC South that was won by Tampa Bay stacked up better against, and you can check my Isleta parlay tickets. I had the Bucks money line, so I thought Baker Mayfield was better than a 9-fingered Jalen Hurts and the shell of the Philadelphia Eagles, who've lost 5 of 6 games going into that playoff game and now lost 6 of 7.
Does that take the sting out of it for you? The fact that the Birds went down as well?
Not necessarily. I mean, I'd rather have somebody represent from our,
Yeah, from your division.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Not me.
No,
Not
no,
me.
bring them down with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
If I'm going down, they're all going down too.
Yeah.
It's zero sum when it comes to football, in my opinion. Just football.
Look at the NFC quarterbacks. This is so wild that we got Jared Goff, who was traded to Detroit for peanuts.
That was the great game to watch just because of the whole back
Yeah.
and forth with him and
That was
Stafford.
fantastic.
And I was happy for him too.
Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, and Jordan Love, who's not a rookie, but technically he's a friggin' rookie.
He's a rookie.
This is first year as a starter.
Yeah.
He gets into the playoffs, beats the Cowboys. Baker Mayfield, 4th team in 2 years. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, and Jared Goff, who the whole NFL world counted out. And now this is your final 4 in the NFC. Like, what a crazy outcome.
And, I remember seeing Jared Goff when he was on Hard Knocks when the Rams went back to L.A., and I remember watching him, and I was like, this kid's funny. He's got personality, and I'm glad he's still around because he bought the entire team a gift. And you know what it was? Shake weights. He got everybody shake weights.
That's so
And
cool.
I was like, that's my dude right
That's
there.
so sweet.
He's my guy.
That's funny.
I mean, you got to root for Detroit. Unless unless you're a Rams fan.
100%.
Obviously, unless you have some kind of NFC North beef, which I don't.
If the 49ers, so I'm from the Bay Area originally. I am a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan because when I was a kid, I moved to Kansas City, lived there for a while, started learning about football, became a Chiefs fan. But if I'm going to pull for an NFC team, it's going to be the 49ers. Now, with that being said, I would love to see Detroit do something just because they're kind of like the Cubs of the NFL at this point.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, if we have like the NFC North, which I counted out, like I thought Detroit was going to win the division, but I didn't think they were going to be as good as they are. If we can get the Packers versus Lions in the NFC Championship,
That'd be great.
No one in Vegas would have made that bet.
Nope.
There are no future bets for the NFC Championship.
The Lions don't
with
want
Lions
that.
and Packers.
The Lions don't want that.
They don't want that.
The Lions do not want that.
You think the Lions would rather play the Niners than the
Yes.
Packers?
It's a weird thing in the NFC North.
That's
Everyone
wild.
fears the Green Bay Packers.
That is
And
wild.
it's divisional.
Who has no, because
That's what I
Be the scripture lover, the game fade like an old picture. You a Porsche boy. We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico.
Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
We're still working a crash northbound I-25 at the I-40 interchange. It's pulled off on the side of the road, but a lot of rubberneckers are backing up traffic all the way to Gibson. Got a truck sitting in the left lane on southbound I-25 at Cole. That backup starts before Indian School. Construction, Paseo del Norte at Eagle Ranch Road. Stop and go from I-25. And we've got delays. I-40 westbound from the interchange to Rio Grande. North and southbound to Sleta from Don Felipe through Rio Bravo. And that spills onto the westbound Rio Bravo to over the river. And finally, delays, Bridge, Montano, and Alameda over the river.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Jerry Wright from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. The Eagles certainly are not closers. In fact, I would even say they're not openers either. They're no-showers. No-showers who no-showed their way through the last 8 weeks of the regular season and then capped it by no-showing last night right out of the playoffs. The word implosion is not nearly strong enough to describe this implosion, this catastrophic meltdown. This is one of the worst team collapses we have ever seen, period, full stop. Books should and will be written about this meltdown, and they're going to make those books part of the Philly public school curriculum so future generations of battery chuckers will know exactly what a fraudulent, choking team looks like. And where did it all go so wrong? Tough to pinpoint, but I know this. No sooner than Nick Sirianni was talking all that junk to Chiefs fans after beating Kansas City, they proceeded to go 2-6.
The cold winter weather is coming fast, and it's not kind to your vehicle. It's Jeff Symbieta. Give your car the protection it needs with a visit from On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Not only do they offer great detailing services, but their ceramic coating and paint protection film work like magic. No more mud, dirt, and water stains. Their protective layering helps prevent UV oxidation damage to your car's paint with an opportunity to get a lifetime warranty. You can't go wrong. On the Spot Automotive Detailing also offers window tint services for your vehicle. Visit otsdetailing.com for more info.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-O.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrisbo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
KG40BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal.
Proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal. Your afternoon drive. Number 2.
Here we go.
And Nunley and Fred.
NFL headlines next segment.
Mike is hot.
Marie Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
This one gets me pumped. That's my favorite part right there, where he goes. That's my favorite
Sounds like
part.
Steel Panther.
That's a good one. Oh God, I love Steel Panther.
Do you know yesterday was Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year?
Oh my goodness. For Cowboys fans.
For Cowboys fans.
Specifically. I did not know that.
Yep.
Blue Monday, huh?
Third Monday of January is the most depressing day of the year.
I think I skipped. I've been taking like really good care of my health and mental health this winter, and I think I might have skipped out on my seasonal depression for the first time ever. So I didn't even notice it was
Blue Monday.
Blue Monday.
Yeah,
It flew right by me.
Say the happiest day of the year is in mid-June.
Makes sense.
Mid to late June.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. Blue Monday.
If you're looking for the voice of one Fred Slow, co-host of Two
You
Men
have
On,
a caller, a Cowboy fan.
he took the day off. Lucky for us, we got Aaron Buck Burnett joining us in his stead today. Voice of Duke City Championship Wrestling, Saleh Taylor, will be joining us later. Excited about that. As always, when we're at the Duke's team store, Steve Palmisano, owner-operator of the ABQ Dukes team store here in the Nob Hill Shopping Center, corner of Central and Carlisle, joins us as well. I roasted the Cowboys the whole first hour of the program, and I'm going to quit.
You going to take your foot off the gas a little bit there?
I'm done. We're going to
Good.
talk about all the other games.
You just extended Blue Monday to Blue Tuesday.
Okay, you have Cowboy fans on the phone lining up.
Okay, Cowboys
here we
fans
go.
are lining
Let's
up.
do it.
5 o'clock hour. Everyone's off work. Congratulations, friend of
Sheldon
the
is
show.
your first caller. I'm waiting on the next.
You made it through Blue Monday. Congratulations. Sheldon, Cowboys fan, you are live on Two Men On. What's going on with you, brother?
Yeah, I was just calling to say that I think Jimmy Johnson put a curse on the Cowboys once they got rid of him, and they built that new stadium. He buried a monkey's paw on the 50-yard line. But they done him dirty, and there's no way. And that was the killer of the Cowboys right there. And as soon as they got rid of him, I mean, they won one with Switzer. I think
Yeah,
was his name.
Switzer. Yeah.
And after that, then again, you're counting your count of the 10,000 days going. But that's all I got to say. Thanks a lot.
Sheldon, thanks for the call. Appreciate that. Amory, do we have more distraught Cowboys fans on with us? We got the Jimmy Johnson monkey paw curse in effect. And I don't even think we need a curse.
Why did he get rid of Jimmy Johnson?
I don't even think we need a conspiracy theory.
You have Rusty from Monster Truck that wants to talk to you too.
There were people talking about the curse was broken when the Detroit call.
He sounds awesome, by the way.
The Dallas Cowboys way.
Oh my goodness!
Which they finally got a call.
All right, we're either talking Cowboys or we're talking monster trucks with Rusty. What's up, Rusty? Welcome to the Sports Animal Hotline. What's going on, my friend?
Well, howdy there.
Brother.
Now, I just wanted to say something, all right?
Please do.
I want to report a case of stolen valor by a veteran who performed on Friday at the Monster Truck event. I'm a 100% service-connected disabled veteran.
Okay.
And I just want to stand for this.
All right, Amory, you need to filter these calls better because that's not Rusty. That is lead singer of Man High and contributor to Duke City Championship Wrestling, Gabe
Did he hang
Gambino.
up?
Yes, of course he hung up.
He
All
said
right.
he's rusty and he met you at Monster Truck.
Yeah, he met me at Monster Truck, but it's not Rusty, it's Gabe. Actually, yeah, the veteran,
And
the
other
guy who
Cowboy
drove the
fan-
veteran Monster Truck was
Yeah.
not an actual
Other
veteran.
Cowboy fan, call back. You hung up. Call back.
All right, Cowboys Nation, stand up. Are we getting rid of Dak? Are we getting rid of Mike McCarthy? Does Jerry Jones need to step down? Give us your thoughts, 505-246-0610. Also, hey, Bills, Packers, Lions. You guys can call in too. It's not just all about the Cowboys.
Chiefs.
It's equal opportunity here. Of course,
Yeah.
we got a Chiefs fan on already, so you don't need to call in unless you really, really want to.
Don't be a hater.
We haven't talked about that game. Do you think the Chiefs are going to beat the Bills on the road?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I didn't think they were going to beat Miami. So.
I thought the Chiefs were going to beat Miami. I thought Miami would keep it closer because Miami has like a legitimate run game.
Here's the thing. The Kansas City Chiefs have a really, really good defense right now.
The best they've had.
Their defense is playing lights out, playing good football. Good football. And it seems as if Rashee Rice is starting to click with Patrick Mahomes now. Patrick Mahomes just needs one reliable guy to actually catch the ball. That's what he needs. He gets one good guy, Rashee Rice. He's got that speed. He can break away. He could be part of the solution of what's going on with us right now.
If he has Travis Kelce healthy and a competent wide receiver, which Rashee Rice in the second half of this season's looked fantastic, the Chiefs can be the Chiefs of old because, they got Patrick Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco looks like a competent NFL running back.
He does.
And this is the best Chiefs defense they've had since they started their run.
In forever.
How worried were you about your players during that game? Were you worried there could be some injuries and maybe some frostbitten toes or some broken bones?
Do we have 2 minutes for a really cool story?
Yes, we do. Please go.
So when I first started dating my wife, Sarah, she found out I was a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Hi, Sarah.
And she bought us tickets to the last game of the season. This is, 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago, a long time ago. And they were playing the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
She got us 50-yard line seats, front row, 50-yard line tickets, killer tickets. It was the coldest year on record in Kansas City in like 100 years.
Oh, my.
It was negative 36 degrees Fahrenheit without the wind.
Oh, whoa.
It was cold. And this was just a total flashback to it. I was like, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. It was like reliving that again for myself.
Did you and the missus watch the game on the back porch to have that cold?
She was working, so I watched the game by myself.
You didn't want to rekindle the ice, if you will?
Yeah, no. She was at work. She's working in the OR.
So you really thought the Dolphins were going to beat the Chiefs at home in freezing temperatures? Are you just like the worried, apprehensive Chiefs
Well, they
fan?
beat them that time when we went out there. So.
Oh, okay. It's PTSD.
That's
all right.
what it is.
I got you.
This is PTSD.
I only thought the Miami Dolphins might have a chance, even though they have the injury bug this year and they're not great on the road. Their running game is really good, though. And I thought maybe in those freezing temperatures, they'd be able to run the ball, but they weren't.
Yeah, the thing that worried me about them was you have that team, the Miami Dolphins, and they can be so explosive. So look what they did to Denver when they played Denver. They put up a 70-burger on Denver. It was ridiculous. They just have so many weapons. You know, you're right. Their running game is crazy. How many touchdowns did Mostert have this year? Like 21?
Led the league.
Yeah, something crazy that I don't think I've ever seen a running back get 20 touchdowns in a year. You know, it was insane. That's what I was worried about. I was worried about how explosive they are. Now I know they're a bad road team.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the Chiefs. You can't count them out. You really can't. I was just reading something yesterday about Brett Favre, and he was talking about
taking advantage of poor people.
Well, no.
Football. He was talking about football.
He was actually talking about football,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But he was talking about Taylor Swift and how if the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl, they're going to pile on Taylor Swift.
Sure.
Like she cares. She made $1 billion last year. Literally, $1 billion she made.
Right.
Her cat's worth more than Travis Kelce. Her cat's worth like $90 million.
Right.
So
That's not a joke. The cat is insured that much. It's
No.
wild.
The cat actually makes money. The
Mhm.
cat's been in like TV commercials and movies and has a net worth of $90 million. So, but what Brett Favre was saying was you can't count them out. Now, here's the thing. He might know how to make money off of poor people and steal it from them, whatever, but he knows a thing or two about football.
Yeah.
And his thought process with the Kansas City Chiefs is don't count them out until it's over. And you know what? They've surprised me the past couple of years.
Yeah, Aaron Buck Burnett, your Chiefs are legendary. This is a modern dynasty, what we're seeing in front of our eyes. They're battle tested.
Yeah.
It might not be the exact same team from last year. It might not be the exact same team from 3 years ago.
Right.
But the core is there.
Yes.
They still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Andy Reid.
Mhm.
They still got Travis Kelce.
Yep.
They got a lot of great role players. They've been there, done that.
Yeah.
They don't have to beat you 45-0. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to throw for 400 yards.
No.
He's got a defense for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
He can dink and dunk the ball. He can run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco and eat the clock and let his defense do what they need to do, keep you into the single digits or teens and win old school football games.
Yeah, I would like to see the Kansas City Chiefs utilize Jerick McKinnon a little more too, just because he catches the ball. He's good out of the backfield. He can catch the ball. He's fast. He's a little bit slippery. I would like to see them utilize him a little bit more in this upcoming game against the Bills because the Bills have a hard time stopping the run as well. Just saying. Armchair quarterbacking it right now.
Aaron Buck Burnett told you that it's the saddest day of the year, also known as Blue Monday.
Yep.
But friend of the show, Dylan, told me it's a Green Monday for me. Packers talk when we get back. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
We're all moving a little.
You guys got like 4.5 minutes.
So, Amory, I'll come back and I'll start kissing Jordan Love's ass, and then you interrupt me with headlines.
Got it.
On from across New Mexico.
Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
Dilly-dallying abounds this afternoon. River crossings creep with westbound I-40 running very slow from San Mateo through Coors. Paseo del Norte slow from I-25's flyover all the way to Coors. And Alameda is slow from Jefferson to Coors. Both Montano and Bridge are slow, but Rio Bravo traffic is easing. I'm Jerry Wright with KKOB Traffic every 10 minutes.
This report brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Business Outlook. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Grace Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The NFL postseason is on the Sports Animal. Sunday 1, it's the Buccaneers and the Lions.
To the 35-30, David, it's Trey Palmer. Palmer to the 5, touchdown Tampa Bay, touchdown Buccaneers, fire them cannons, Trey Palmer does it.
Then at 4:30, it's another Bills-Chiefs postseason matchup.
Pressure coming, fires down the seam, complete to Kincaid for a touchdown.
Your home for the NFL postseason and the Super Bowl is 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Recent news might make you nervous about solar companies. Everguard Solar wants you to know their commitment to honesty and excellent work is worthy of your trust. They don't lease solar systems. You pay for it, you own it. You also get up to 40% off the cost thanks to state and federal tax credits. Everguard Solar secures your investment in a safe account. Harness New Mexico's abundant sunshine and save on your monthly energy bill. You know what to do. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardsolar.com.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows the Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
And now a message from Puffs Plus Lotion Tissues.
Ordinary tissues can leave you with a red nose, so choose Puffs Plus Lotion for all of your blows. Puffs have lotion to soothe sensitive skin, so you can wipe without wincing. It's a win-win. Puffs have cushiony thickness, which brings relief too, so the days of sore red noses are gone and through. When you're after soothing softness, a nose in need deserves Puffs indeed.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Happy new car! Find yours at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas in Pennsylvania.
With huge savings on over 40 new Buicks, including 1.9% financing or up to $2,500 in cash back.
Big savings on more than 100 new GMCs. Rates as low as 0.9% or $6,500 cash back. We are professional grade.
Find your new Buick or GMC conveniently located at Lomas in Pennsylvania or on our website.
Quality by DeLorenzo. QualityDeal.com.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years.
Coming back in 30 seconds.
Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weak...
I'm playing the DAC thing once an hour because now the people driving home can listen to it.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing.
You should come back to it again right now.
Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine.
You flip
For
your
full
listeners
prescribing
every 15
information,
minutes,
please call
Marie.
1-844-989 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. Time to buy that woman you love a special piece of jewelry that's back again this year. It's the Dak Prescott Choker. No one knows choking, I mean chokers, like Dak. And this year's choker comes with a small insignia of the team that made it all possible, the Green Bay Packers.
Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off.
Yes, it's a time that comes around every year. So celebrate by giving her the Dak Prescott Choker. Continue to collect them all.
Only available for a limited time until next playoff season.
Take us
Okay, here you go. Mike's hot.
with cell service. Download the KNML app in the Google Play or iTunes App Store. Just search KNML.
That's never not going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's always going to be relevant every single playoff season for your Dallas Cowboys. All right, friend of the show, welcome back to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. One Van Nunley here, one Fred Slow out for the day. Prayers up for Fred Slow.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers for Fred.
Hashtag save Fred. Lucky for me, we got Aaron Buck Burnett with us. And always when we're at the Duke's Team Store, one owner-operator, Steve Palmisano, A-Marie Castillo back at the studio. Roasted the Cowboys enough. Let's say some nice things about the Packers. A-Marie.
Mandatory
Come
NFL
on.
headline
Enough
with
with
A-Marie
the
Castillo.
damn Packers, man.
It's a really good day.
Hey, Buck Burnett, is this your first NFL headline?
Yes, it is, and I'm excited to hear this.
So you just get to react to it.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay, that's the rules. I say a headline, you react to it.
Simple as that.
Peacock.
Nice.
Yes. Exclusive AFC wildcard game is the biggest live streaming event in the history and drives internet usage to single-day U.S. record.
Yep.
Janice.
Yep. I heard that.
What's a peacock?
I heard that too.
What number is the peacock, Janice? I can't find it on my television.
People were so mad.
Yeah, even the players were mad. They were like, what are you putting us on streaming for? The most streamed thing ever. More than the Eras tour.
It's the most streamed thing ever, and they still lost out on like 10 million football fans.
Oh, yeah.
Who didn't get to watch it.
I called it. I knew I was going to hear. I heard from my uncle, my aunt, my dad, all called me, and they're like, I don't have Peacock. And I have Peacock in general, and you can have up to 6 people log in. And I FaceTime with them before the game and tried to like help them get on their TV, and they still couldn't get it. So
yeah, that's an uphill battle. I tried to get my mom on Venmo last week, and come on,
that's
not
crazy.
happening.
We could just say Peacock over and over and over again.
Katy Perry's got a song called "I Want to See Your Peacock."
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And if I say urine wiener one time, I get kicked out of a Chuck E. Cheese.
But I think that's still pretty impressive that how much it was streamed. I was a little worried, but you don't have to worry. It sounds like a lot of people figured it out.
Yeah. It was the most streamed thing ever. But it was also the most pirated NFL game ever, because anyone who didn't have Peacock, they got their nephew or something. And they're like, oh, hey, come here, little Ricky. How do I watch the Peacock?
Hey,
he's like, look, hey, Uncle Buck, look, you don't even need to stream it. I got this website called Bleep, and all you have to do is just load it up, plug in an HDMI cable, and you can watch all the games for free. And he's like, what?
What?
So yeah, because of Peacock, so many people learned about pirating sports
and pirate sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. Going back to Sunday night, during the Lions game, during the Detroit Lions game, the Rams team bus that carries the squad's equipment was broken into and looted during the game in the parking lot.
Sounds like Albuquerque.
Uh-huh.
They do park here?
There was roughly $2 million worth of equipment and jewelry was stolen.
Oh, my gosh.
Did no one learn from the Colorado Buffaloes? Don't bring your expensive gold and diamond jewelry to a locker room or a bus or whenever you're not going to wear it on your person.
They're just lucky they weren't in the 505. What was that TV show where they used to go and like rebuild people's houses and then they'd surprise them with it? What was it
Avery, you
called?
said cops?
I can't remember what it was called, but they ended up stealing like the trucks and everything that were like had all the tools and everything to rebuild the people's houses. They would like help these people out. Yeah.
If that happened in Albuquerque, they would have stole the wheels and
the whole bus would have been gone. They would have never found it.
They would have stripped the seats. Yeah, the little
melted it down. What else you got, Avery?
Air freshener would have been gone.
I hope they get their stuff back, or that Lions fans don't curse the Lions that are already cursed. Okay. I apologize if I pronounced this guy's name wrong, but there's this Welsh rugby player. His name is Lewis Rees-Zammit. He is leaving rugby to pursue an NFL career and has been clocked faster than the cheetah, a.k.a. Tyreek Hill.
How fast?
Okay,
24?
So he's a winger for the British and Irish Lions. He's 22 years old and once hit a top speed of 24.2 miles per hour during a rugby game and may give current NFL stars a run for their money. Tyreek Hill has been known to be as fast as 23.24 miles per hour. So,
hey, Mary, will you attempt to say that name again?
Luis Rees-Zammit.
Okay.
Quickly and confidently. That's how you get through it.
This is fake news. Fake news. Not true.
It's not fake news.
It's not true at all. He's white. That's a very white name. There is no way he's the fastest guy on the planet.
I'm just saying he's going to pursue a career in the NFL, and he's been clocked.
I saw this story
teams are
too.
Looking at him,
and it's not nothing to do with like wanting to try being an elite level athlete where all the biggest athletes go. The NFL. He wants to make money. No one makes money playing rugby. It's pride. It's fellowship. It's camaraderie.
What about the national teams like the All Black? Don't they make a ton of money?
If you get like a TV deal, if you get like a endorsement deal, like you don't make $37.4 million a year playing rugby like he's about to in the NFL.
Top pay.
I think it was seen in the Dallas and Jerry Jones suite at the game.
That's the difference maker that they need.
Oh, yeah, they don't make a whole lot of money. The highest paid rugby player is Andre Pollard, and he makes $1.8 million a season.
And that's the most. Next year is going to be Cooper Rush to Luis Hergendurgen Flurgenstein. Touchdown. Cowboys.
All right, guys. What does it mean when Bill Belichick boards the Falcons owner Arthur Blank's yacht? He was spotted on Sunday.
They were going to a massage parlor together.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. That was Robert Kraft.
Wrong
not
one.
wrong code. Wrong
Whoopsie.
owner.
Whoopsie,
There
wrong one.
is mutual interest. And that was the first interview that Bill Belichick.
He's either going to be
conducted.
He's either going to be a Redskin or he's going to be a Cowboy.
I see it in this order.
Remember this conversation. That's what's going to happen. A Redskin or a Cowboy.
Cowboys number 1 for Belichick. Chargers number 2 for Belichick. Commanders number 3 for Belichick. And then on down the list. Falcons might be 4th.
He's too glib to go to California. They won't have him there. He's not going to the Chargers.
I think everyone wants to play with Justin Herbert, so I don't care if he's too weird for California.
I don't know. Sam Howell's a good little quarterback in Washington. Just saying.
He gone. We'll replace him.
Jerry Jones aired out his anger and his message to the players. He wants to be clear. His direct quote, these are my favorite of the headlines. We got to win. This is the Dallas Cowboys.
What are you talking about, Jerry?
Jerry!
You win a lot.
I heard
in the regular season.
I rewatched Ballers like 3-4 months ago, and I heard a great line from Rob Corddry when he was talking to Boss Man, a.k.a. Jerry Jones, in the TV series. And the Jerry Jones actor, he looks at him and he's like, we are American. We are America's team. And then Rob Corddry says, oh, you and the Patriots too?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We got a couple more for you. Jalen Hurts on Nick Sirianni's future after Eagles' early playoff exit. Jalen Hurts said, I didn't know he was going anywhere. And dodged the rest of the questions.
He was in the Super Bowl last year. They were 10-1. Then they started getting hurt, and they started playing teams that are better than them and teams that like have a legit Super Bowl aspiration. So you were 10-1 against a bunch of cupcakes. You were just in the Super Bowl. That's no reason to fire a guy already.
Yeah, they shouldn't get rid of him. They should give him at least another year. I mean, he's done a pretty good job.
Yeah, you go to a Super Bowl one year. You go to the playoffs the next year.
Yeah.
Like, so many people would be jumping over themselves, tripping over themselves to go hire this guy.
Have they hired a coach for the Raiders yet?
No.
I could see Bill Belichick going there too. That makes all the sense in the world.
Just to troll the NFL?
No, it does make sense because of Tom Brady. But I mean, when you look at the culture of the Las Vegas Raiders, that's Bill Belichick all the way.
Especially
it makes so much sense.
I think Bill Belichick wants control no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point of contention for him being the next Cowboys coach. But the Davises will just hand him the keys to the Porsche.
Oh, yeah.
And let him do whatever he wants.
Yes,
You
that
can be
makes
GM.
all the sense in the world. You know what? I amend my statement. He's going to go to the Raiders.
Amory, we got more headlines?
Yeah.
Well, let's do the rest of the headlines when we get back. More NFL talk on 2 Men On. 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Quote today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Closed by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
I
I-25 southbound is snail-paced from Paseo all the way down to Montgomery. River crossings are all running behind as well. Westbound I-40 is stop and go from San Mateo through Coors. Paseo drags from I-25 through Coors. And Alameda is unhurried. Jefferson through Coors. Montano and Bridge, the traffic is lingering. But Rio Bravo, the traffic is easing. Getting a little better there.
Are you a sports fanatic?
You need to visit the premier sports, entertainment, music, and memorabilia store, All in Autographs. All in Autographs is a one-stop shop for sports fanatics. Visit All in Autographs, Hoffmantown Square, allinautographs.com.
This report brought to you by Gateway Financial Services and Insurance.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 777-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World-class local style. I'm Grace Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
It's a top 25 Big 12 showdown. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you.
The original, and they filmed with him for 5
BYU
weeks.
has been a big surprise this season.
And then they came back and they're like,
start and ranked 20th in the country. 24th ranked Iowa State comes to Provo tonight.
No,
the
because
model is back in short road
Michael
dogs.
J. Fox was doing
BetQL
the
has
Family
ISU
Ties.
plus 4.5. Is a
And
5-star
Goldman
best
said,
bet.
"You
Bet
can't
smarter
do
and
it."
beat the books.
And so
Download
they went back to him
BetQL and
after
bet
5 weeks, and they're like,
When you use your electric vehicle in autopilot or
If it doesn't
self-driving
interfere
mode,
with
accidents
any
can
of your family
still
ties.
happen. Whether you consider it fault or
film
not, you may
during the
still have a
day.
claim. Learn and
They
Row
had a
is the
station
first
wagon
law
to take
firm in
out.
America with
They
the
had a
ability
bed
to
in it,
review
and they
the
would throw 'em in
proprietary
there and
software
drive 'em down
that
there and
holds electric
sleep on the
vehicle
way, and
manufacturers
get down there
responsible.
and then
If
film
you were
it.
injured in an EV accident, call Learn and Row today.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Carlos Urias Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle, 40 Northeast Albuquerque. Some work may be performed by or referred to other attorneys.
Winter is hitting hard, and the cold weather makes it easy for dirt, mud, and road salt to stick to your car. It's Jeff Symbieta and my friends over at On the Spot Automotive Detailing can help keep your car clean this winter. If you don't have the time, On the Spot Automotive Detailing will do it for you wherever and whenever it's convenient. And when they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like it's brand new. Awarded Best of the City for 2023 because they're reliable, efficient, and the best when it comes to what they do. Book online today. Go to otsdetailing.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
And now a message from Puffs Plus Lotion Tissues. Ordinary tissues can leave you with a red nose, so choose Puffs Plus Lotion for all of your blows.
they may love you forever.
Puffs have lotion to soothe sensitive skin, so you can wipe without wincing. It's a win-win. Puffs have cushiony thickness, which brings relief too, so the days of sore red noses are gone and through. When you're after soothing softness, your nose in need deserves Puffs indeed.
I'm Jeff Salietta. Wednesday on the opening drive. Who's coaching where in the NFL? And the Lobos have a huge one against nationally ranked Utah State. JJ Buck and I start the opening drive at 7 a.m.
Mike's hot.
Welcome back, Duke City. 2 men on, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Talking wild card weekend, one more segment. We got some more NFL headlines from A. Marie.
Now,
It's never gonna get
mandatory
old.
NFL headlines with A. Marie
The beat's a banger. Like I
The
never
beat,
get sick
yeah,
of it
just
ever.
feel like 90s when SportsCenter was like,
Just like
best.
don't interrupt me when I'm talking about the Packers, Amory. Like I was very excited. Like I had
All
a
right.
had a whole spiel.
Okay. All right. Mike Tomlin, we're going to continue with some coaching headlines. Wants to tell that he is going to return as the coach in 2024. There should be no other speculations.
All right, I was going to do that in the 6 o'clock hour. I
He
guess I'll
shouldn't go.
scratch this.
He shouldn't
Well,
go.
you
He
don't
shouldn't
have
go
to,
anywhere.
because you're going to have new listeners in the 6 o'clock hour.
Oh, they all listen. Mike Tomlin ain't going nowhere.
Mike Tomlin's a good football coach.
He is a Steelers legend.
This
He's
is the
done
headline. You got to talk about it.
ever since, even since Roethlisberger's been
Roethlisberger?
gone. He doesn't have a competent NFL quarterback since Roethlisberger left, and
What
he's
about
been
Kenny
winning
Pickett?
and winning and winning and winning with whatever 6 out of 10 Madden 74.
All he does is win, win, win.
Yeah, and he still wins, and he wins over and over and over again. He just needs T.J. Watt on the field. That helps exponentially.
He does, yes.
Yeah, they are nothing without T.J. Watt.
I think T.J. Watt's going to end up surpassing his brother in awesomeness.
Yeah, and statistical categories. Tomlin ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
He's a legend. All the Steelers fans, Steelers family, the Rooneys, the front office, no one wants him to leave. That was just a stupid reporter asking a stupid question and then opening up a line of speculation that does not exist. Tomlin be that dude.
Yep. What's next, A. Marie?
Oh, the Miami Dolphins after, oh my gosh, whoever wrote this, swift playoff exit on Saturday.
Nice.
So stupid. Now there's questions swirling around the future of quarterback, Mr. Tua, who did wear gloves, by the way, Van. We discussed that on
Told you.
Friday. The Dolphins GM Chris Greer says the goal is to have quarterback Tua in Miami for a long time. But he's on his final year of his rookie contract. Will they pay him?
Of course.
He's not going to get paid like he's not going to get a Mahomes Herbert contract.
Yeah. He's not a top 5 guy. He is a very talented NFL quarterback. He's perfect for Mike McDaniel's scheme. Mike McDaniel believes in him. And I believe Tua's that type of guy to take a hometown discount, to stay there, to have more operating funds for his team. He's getting paid.
Tua's glad to be in the game because you remember all the nonsense when he was coming out of college that he was dealing with. He kept getting busted for shoplifting. You know, I was stealing king crab legs because I was hungry. You know, he's just glad to have a job at this point. I think you're right. I think he will take a haircut on the bay.
I think that's Jameis Winston.
Was it Winston?
Yeah, that was
It was Jameis. Sorry.
Jameis stole the crowd.
I got the quarterbacks mixed up. I apologize.
Yeah, wrong quarterback, and
Tua had the hip, right?
Yeah, he didn't have the fake girlfriend either.
And
that was
he-
Van Titeo.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And I'm still upset that Tua was not on comeback player of the year this season, because I know he's exited the playoffs, but he overcame a lot. And last year his injuries were very scary.
Do you think he has a downgrade from this year to next year, or is he going to get better?
I think it gets better.
Better. I think he just keeps getting better, and he stayed healthy this whole season. Knock on wood.
Yeah, he played all season for the Dolphins. He's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, Mike McDaniels, a genius offensive mastermind. I think Tua takes another step forward next year, and he gets paid. But I think Tua is like the kind of team player to take a hometown discount.
What do you think
to
he'd get?
take less than market?
200 million?
Yeah.
5 years, 250 million, slightly under 50 million a year.
I don't think he'll go 50 million a year.
I think he's worth it.
You think?
Yeah.
Is that the range now?
Yeah, it's around 50 million.
50?
50 million a year.
Yep, it's crazy.
And I got 2 more for you.
Hit me.
Okay, this is just sad news if you didn't see. Rams tight end Tyler Higbee tore his ACL with a season-ending loss.
Oh, it was dirty.
Early in the season, he signed a 2-year, $27 million extension through 2025. He had a pretty good year this year too, but man, that's unfortunate. got paid and is going to be out for a while.
As soon as he got hit, you saw it. I mean, you could see it because I was watching
immediately.
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's not good. His leg's not supposed to go that way.
No.
I mean, it wasn't Nick Chubb bad, but it was bad.
Yeah. And Van, I know you're going to get deep into this probably at some point in the rest of the show, but Eagles All-Pro center Jason Kelce is retiring, and he got very emotional, and I know we can go in depth with that, but it's kind of a big deal for the Eagles.
He's going to podcast. That's all he's got to do now.
Yeah.
He can probably make as much money with his podcast as he could in the NFL.
Yes, especially with his future new sister-in-law. They're probably going to do wonders. All the Kelce.
The over-under is plus 165 that they'll be together at the beginning of next season.
I bet they're engaged.
You think? Mm-hmm. She's a big one. She's a tall one. She needs some
a breeder.
She needs somebody. She needs somebody like Travis.
I'm a breeder. I know her. I know, and I'm taller than Taylor Swift. She's right under me. She needs a tall man.
Yep.
They'll make some tight ends.
Hey, Marie, who do you think is the greatest Philadelphia Eagle in the history of the franchise?
Randall Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham? That's a good answer.
Donovan McNabb.
Okay,
Donovan McNabb. That's a good answer.
I have both Viking jerseys. Donovan McNabb was a Minnesota Viking, as you all know, I'm a Minnesota Viking fan, for like a month. I don't know if you guys remember.
I do remember that.
Anybody, any guesses for Reggie White? Anyone?
I love Reggie White.
Yep. Reggie White, yeah.
I was keeping it personal with my
How
fandom.
about Hall
Chris
of Famer
Carter.
Brian Dawkins? What about Brian Dawkins?
Love Brian Dawkins as well.
According to Pro Football Reference,
Chris Carter.
Jason Kelce,
the greatest
is
Eagle
the
of all
most
time.
valuable Eagle in the history of the program, with his approximate value by what's the football's version of WAR, one of my favorite baseball stats, is a 133 career approximate value, 4 more points than Reggie White.
Wow.
Eagles legend Jason Kelce retired, and a dude, entertaining, funny, charming.
I was going to
loves
say
the city.
I was going to throw it out there and say Morton Anderson, the kicker, because I mean I'm sure he's played on the Eagles at some point. You know.
Shout out to Ron Jaworski. Jaws. When we get back, we're talking some man slamming with 2 special guests from Duke City Championship Wrestling. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Boiz. During MVP's bonus days at Lowe's, save $20 on 5-gallon ceiling paint or primer by HCTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. Because Lowe's knows savings, Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
I-25 southbound is snail paced from Paseo all the way down to Montgomery. River crossings are all running behind as well. Westbound I-40 is stop and go from San Mateo through Coors. Paseo drags from I-25 through Coors. And Alameda is unhurried. Jefferson through Coors. Montano and Bridge, the traffic is lingering. But Rio Bravo, the traffic is easing. Getting a little better there.
Brought to you by Whitener Law Firm, your trusted Albuquerque accident lawyers.
With personal injury cases, insurance companies know which attorneys settle for less. Is your attorney really fighting for your rights or just playing into the insurance company's hands? Choose Whitener Law. We will fight for every dollar you deserve. There's them, and then there's us. Call Whitener Law at 883.
That code isn't working?
Hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com.
Okay.
They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Jerry Wright from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Lobo women's basketball is moving this Saturday to 94.5 The Pit. Pre-game starts at 2:30 against UNLV.
Touchdown Braves, bounce pass to Ogden, cutting the basket, and
And I boosted that ad too.
Lobo women's basketball moves this Saturday to make way for wild card football on the Sports Animal. So find JJ Buck and all the Lobo action this Saturday on 94.5 The Pit.
Braves and B going back and forth. Coverage going to take the top of the key. 3 drains it.
Or streaming in the UNN Lobo app.
Check.
You might already know about the Acura MDX V6 engine, C7. We have an announcement. We swapped that engine with a specially made 3-liter turbo V6, race-tuned the steering and suspension, and for the first time, added Type S performance to an SUV. So we're just gonna drop this right here. The Acura MDX and first ever MDX Type S. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Test drive your new Acura at Montano Acura today. Exit I-25 West on Montano.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that.
What day is the
Tax
February?
Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Your Lobo men's basketball team is at home Tuesday, January 16th at 8:30 p.m. as they continue conference play.
Oh, really?
Nationally ranked.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Good. Secure your tickets now and help us.
We're going to set
at
up
the
like a
bit.
little.
Go to golobos.com/tickets to be a part of the action. That's Tuesday, January 16th versus Utah State at 8:30 p.m. Go Lobo.
Okay, that's fine.
If you're looking to get a new car, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Sure, you love your old car, but you know it's not normal to give instructions on how to open the window. It should be self-explanatory, but it's not. And notice how when you're in other people's cars, you can feel cushion in the seats? That's pretty nice, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new car. It's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
No, and they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are
You're coming back.
life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard. It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go.
Virgo.
That's BABBEL.com.
This is where new. The sports animal.
Your mic's hot.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. One Aaron Buck Burnett joining the program.
What?
Just one short segment with you, man. Just one left. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking the place of one Fred Slow.
Oh, I can never take his place.
The friends of the show across the world rejoice that they have a day off from that negative Nancy,
Fred,
narcissistic sycophant.
Wherever he is, he's missed.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Hashtag save Fred.
Amory's losing it.
Hashtag
back
save
in
Fred.
the studio.
Wherever he is.
Also joining us on the program.
That'd be funny if we got that trending. Hashtag save Fred.
Yeah. Donate to his
You know what we should do?
GoFundMe.
We should I should utilize my Alibaba connections and just make like 1 million stickers, like 2 inches by 2 inches that just say hashtag save Fred, and we'll just start passing them out everywhere. Just get them everywhere.
Save Fred.
Save Fred. Hashtag
With a little
save Fred.
QR code on the bottom that takes you right to Duke City Championship
There you
Wrestling
go.
is what we're talking about now, because we also have Saleh Taylor, who's going to join us for the rest of the program. You know him from YouTube and ProView Networks as the voice of Duke City Championship Wrestling with the aforementioned Fred Slow. Welcome to the program, friend.
Feels good to be anywhere. I had to put pants on today, so
bummer.
This is a good reason.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
take
both
it.
bummed
There you go.
out. You have some sexy calves, dude.
I
Don't cover
know.
that. Don't even cover those up in the winter.
I usually don't, but you know, you got to tame it when you can.
Yeah, the wind.
Yeah, for though.
A little chilly today.
So we went to, thanks to the Rio Rancho Event Center, we went to the WWE Road Show. I forget what they call it.
It's a house show.
A house show, road show, whatever it is.
Who's there?
I'm not the WWE guy, but we had an absolute blast to a almost like as close as it gets to a sellout crowd at the Rio Rancho Event Center for WWE.
It was beautiful. One of my favorite things about that, I got to see two of my cousins work, and they opened with main event Jey Uso. So I was like, okay, but here's one of the coolest things I've noticed lately. Usually, you think whenever you're opening a show, you're low on the card. Actually, no, it's changing.
Sure.
Now you're the act that you are the ones that are.
You're setting the tone for the evening.
Exactly. So even more pressure's on you.
Yeah.
And there was a main event Jey Uso versus, I want to say, Damian Priest. And they had a great one-on-one, a great match, and the whole card was just fun. One of my favorite things about house shows, if anyone's been to house shows, is a lot of the times, sometimes the wrestlers might want to try out something new before they hit it in front of the camera, and they'll get a chance to do that in front of a live crowd. House shows are beautiful for that. I remember once going to a house show in Seattle. There was a triple threat: Yokozuna, Bret Hart, and Hulk Hogan.
Ooh!
You would have never think that ever would have happened, but sometimes it does. And this house show was just really, really fun. And Rio Rancho came out. Yeah, it came out in droves, man. It was really cool. It was my first time in the event center.
It's nice.
Isn't it nice?
Very nice.
You said like unexpected things. Like we had a match with the ladies. Don't ask me for their names, but Bianca Belair and then Becky Lynch, who are big enough for me to know their names. They ran out and like sabotaged the whole thing, and they ended up doing like a 3-on-3 tag team.
It started one-on-one.
It was wild.
It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And also, one of those things, that ladies in wrestling, sometimes they're left the poo-poo end of the stick, but they did really, really good job turning it into gold on this, because they had one match, one segment, and they stretched it out to great 20 minutes. Very memorable, and I think that got the loudest pop in the night.
Wow.
And they delivered a great segment. It was like several, so it was really, really good, though.
So you mentioned two of your cousins wrestled at the WWE Road Show at the Rio Rancho Event Center.
Yes.
But you have a third cousin coming into town.
Let's talk about it, baby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Saturday.
it. This Saturday, DCCW, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, making his debut in Albuquerque officially. And this has been years in the making for him, and really, really excited that we were able to get a chance to swipe him for the day.
Yeah.
Newly signed under Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. He's a new client for Booker T, which is great because Booker T is also going to be in town.
Nice.
For Albuquerque Comic-Con.
So, Albuquerque Comic-Con.
So what you're saying, Saleh, is there's a good chance Booker T is going to be at Duke City Championship Wrestling at the historic El Rey Theater this Saturday.
There's a great chance that not just Booker, we might have some others there.
H-Town stand up, baby. Represent. My boy Booker T from Houston.
He got love for that town.
I will have to wear some Astros regalia to Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Either that, or do you have any neon green 3-piece suits lying around in your car, in your house? I don't know if you live in your car.
I have a neon green Borat. I have a neon green Borat sling like he wore in the movie. I got one of those.
I will wear that.
That will stick out. He will love you forever for that.
He's a neon green guy?
Not just anything beautifully loud and tight.
Loud and tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your boy.
Yep.
Yeah. You know I keep it tight. I can get very loud.
Yes, we know this.
Can't wait for that.
A historic El Rey Theater this Saturday, January 20th. We got to clear the air here. No free advertisement here. Co-host of the program, Fred Slow, in the ownership group at Duke City Championship Wrestling. Also, Aaron Buck Burnett in the ownership group. So let's get away with that so we don't have to do...
it's not like we're making any money right now anyway.
Yeah.
So.
We call it a passion project.
Before we go, I got to tell you, we have a ticket sale going on right now. We've got 25% off of premium GA, mezzanine GA, and any kind of premium seating left. 25% off. FullMyTicket.com, DCCWTickets.com. Use the code DCCW for 25% off. Next 2 days.
You don't want to miss it.
Get on in there. Who's your primo again?
Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf.
The Samoan werewolf this Saturday, allegedly up against my dude Hobo Hank. Right? Is that the word on the street?
Oh yes,
That's what's happening. It's official.
And Fred already spoiled, but it's going to be the debut of yours truly, Van Nunley, in Duke City Championship Wrestling this Saturday.
What?
So get ready to get weird
Talk about
on
headlines.
Saturday,
Whoa.
baby. Let's go. More Saleh Taylor when we get back. Aaron Buck Burnett, thank you so much for joining us. You're an absolute legend in the microphone game. Always a pleasure having you on, my friend.
Glad to be here.
When we get back, more sports and sports adjacent content with Saleh Taylor. And maybe we could scare back Steve Palmisano, owner-operator of the ABQ Duke store right here in the Nobbville Shopping Center. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Clear. Good job, guys. Love you, bud.
This report brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Venue Plus for local insight and answers about fence or puzzles, sports or shopping, comics or movies, events, dining, music, television, and more. Get all your entertainment and recreational questions answered. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
Northbound I-25 is slow from Gibson through I-40. Southbound 25 lags from Paseo del Norte through the S-curve to Montgomery. Westbound I-40, we've got delays from San Mateo to Rio Grande before it starts to ease. And Paseo del Norte is slow running from I-25 through 4th Street.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Grace Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Hey folks, this is Kenny Thomas with Capital Ford. Did you know December is the best time to buy your new ride only at Capital Ford? The capital of the lowest prices with no dealer markups ever. That's right, over 160 new vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Save thousands on all new vehicles today during our year-end clearance sale. Plus, Capital Ford will meet or beat any Ford dealer by $1,200. See all the savings today online at capitalfordnm.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
I can't believe this could happen to me. It was just a few drinks. I do it all the time. Only this time, with my wife and kids in the car, I got pulled over by the police. Then I failed sobriety.
Van. Van. Did you guys see Ric Flair before the Tampa Bay game?
No, what happened?
This mess.
Oh my God. Let me pull it up, but Ric Flair, I want to hang out with that guy. He's a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
I did not.
Solar.
And before the Manning cast, he was out of his mind. I'm going to try to find the audio.
Quality work. General contractors
That helps. I'm trying to.
First an estimate. Thinking about your roof now? You know what to do. Call 821-9.
Woo!
Visit everguardroofing.com.
You got audio for it?
You try to pull it up. I was trying to connect NFL and wrestling.
Slayer feels like
yeah.
saddling up and chasing down.
Look at that sweet moolah!
That big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
File for free with TaxSlayer Simply Free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
P-Doctor Portrayal.
Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my
Test,
dad,
test.
it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me.
Test,
I had
test,
heard about
test.
life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. In 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected.
Ethos fast and easy online term life insurance up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. Time to buy that woman you love a special piece of jewelry that's back again this year. It's the Dak Prescott Choker. No one knows chokers, like Dak. And this year's choker comes with a small insignia of the team that made it all possible, the Green Bay Packers.
Here's Prescott. It's going to be picked off.
Yes, it's a time that comes around every year. So celebrate by giving her the Dak.
I have the best audio if you want me to come back with it.
Oh.
Only available for a
Please
limited time until next playoff season.
I'll play it after this, okay?
Okay.
Betting for the sports animal.
Your guys are gonna die.
Saleh, Amory's going to do some Ric Flair audio from before the Tampa Bay game.
You're gonna love
let's
it.
do the athletes and football players in WWE now. After that, okay?
Amory Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
As you know, Buccaneers, man, let's go. We're picking the Bucks, and when you want to be the man, you gotta do what? That's right. If you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And right now, the man.
Here you go, Mike's hot.
Woo!
Hey, that's a good guy to have on your side right there, baby. The legend. Richard Flairside, which
He
is
was
his,
just
which
out
is
of
his full name.
control.
That man's got stories. Oh man.
If you're gonna have like anyone be a fan of your football team, Ric Flair has to be first round draft pick.
I gotta agree with you on that one. Yeah, God, man, because when he's a fan of you, he's genuinely enjoying himself
all the way in.
Oh my gosh! And like, if you get like a legit woo from Ric Flair, that feeds your soul.
You're hearing Saleh Taylor right there, one of the voices of Duke City Championship Wrestling. You don't just call the matches on YouTube and ProView networks, but you're part of the whole organization. You're some of the glue that helps everything stick. I mean, what's it like working your way through the infancy of Duke City Championship Wrestling, seeing the rise of this organization?
This is a beautiful thing to watch from this side, where we are setting precedents of what will happen from there on. So we're very self-conscious about every move we're making. Is it the right move that can be done again? One of the biggest things that we're always trying to exercise or keep an eye out for is safety for every single person that's working.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's something that Hobo Hank, one of the, for those who don't know, he's in the owners group as well. He's obsessed over wanting to make sure they're always in compliance.
Sure.
And we're always just ready to go, and that we get amazing professional wrestlers, superstars, athletes. They can come in, tell a great story, do the job, and get home safely and do it again tomorrow. So I'm really grateful to be a part of an organization that cares this much about it, because we're aware that we want to do this more. As long as we can, as long as a run we can have this, and as long as the fans will have us. We want to just keep doing this because we love doing this. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
So obviously the safety of the wrestlers is paramount in the organization, but I love the way that you treat the fans of Duke City Championship Wrestling, because like every intermission, you got meet and greet. After every match, meet and greet. The wrestlers, no matter if they're sweaty, if they just got their ass whipped, if they might be banged up a little bit, they still take the time to engage with the crowd. And if for someone out there, a friend of the show who is probably like me, who might not be the biggest wrestling fan, or you guys call him the biggest wrestling mark in the world, like, what would you tell friend of the show about how you treat your fans and what the fans would expect at a show?
Well, our product solely can live or die by our fans, whether if they're there or not, and then that depends if we can keep doing this or not. So we're in a business where you're constantly taking from it, but you got to get back. You got to give back, and one of the best ways we can give back to it is treat the people well that's watching it, taking in the product, and taking in the time, who's putting the time, money, hard-earned money to come out and show up, and we want to show them that we appreciate them as much as we can, because we want you to keep coming back. We want you to keep showing up. We want you to keep investing your money, your hard-earned dollar, and we want to keep earning that hard-earned dollar, that time that you're not going to be able to get back. So we know the value in that. Especially we have guys that's been working in the business for over 10, 20 years.
Sure.
And they know the value of keeping good fans engaged, and the name of the game is we just need a reaction from you. And the day we get people to stop reacting from us, that means we're dead in the water. So we want to keep that relationship as fruitful as possible.
So we came in with audio of Ric Flair, who's a huge Tampa Bay Bucks fan, trying to pump up the squad before the game. So he'd be like number one on my list of people out in the universe that you would want to be a fan of your team. But conversely, if you were an athlete, let's go the other way with it. What professional athletes, I mean, it could be now, could be historically, do you think would make the best wrestlers?
So one of my favorite things that we've seen those crossovers, we've seen a few that's done have had a great run, and those who just had a one-off, and then they realize wrestling's a little bit different, man. One of my favorite examples, like one of the I think it was WrestleMania 13 or 12, when we had Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor, LT. And that was such a beautiful match, and that's when you realize LT, one of the best pure athletes you've ever seen, on and off the field. And he was talking about that match, and he was like, by the end, he couldn't stand. He was gassed.
Sure.
And like he's like, this is a different kind of conditioning. And like he's wrestling against a 350, 360 pound dude who's doing cartwheels and flips all over the ring. And by the end of that, I think they had like a 7 or 8 minute match. And by the end of it, he couldn't stand. But like LT was like, he had great potential of just being a great wrestler. Who would be another good one?
I'll be like guys like LT, like are just freak athletes. Like they're the top of their game, best at what they do. But to be a wrestler, you got to grab the microphone.
Yeah.
It's not all about wrestling and being out there and being an athlete. You got to be charismatic. You got to be interesting. You got to be able to make the crowd into it. And I think LT is a great example as a guy that's like a freak athlete, can do whatever it takes in the ring, but also an entertainer, like fun and funny.
Well, if that's the case, then Deion Sanders got to be on the top of that list
Boom.
as well. That
There
man,
you
that man knew how to get your butt in any seat he wanted you to get there. He's the king of hype, but also more important, he's the king of following through.
Sure.
That man gave you something to watch every time he put himself to work. Deion Sanders would have been great to watch in the ring, because just alone, Deion on the mic alone would have been great to hear. That would have been awesome. What do you think?
So my modern list, they're all current athletes except for one, and they're all football players, and they're all from 2 position groups.
Linemen?
They're all defensive ends or tight ends. So every single one of them that I thought of when we were compiling this list, by the way, if you're just joining the program, you're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal, joined on the program by Saleh Taylor. I want to get into a little bit about what you do, beyond Duke City Championship Wrestling, because you wear a lot of hats, and I think you have a very interesting existence. But right now we're talking about athletes and football players who'd make great professional wrestlers. And like I said, I think all of mine are either defensive ends or tight ends. And I think this list starts and ends with Rob M.F. Gronkowski.
Gronk, baby.
Gronk would crush it. He's a fun party boy. He's a freak athlete. He's good on the microphone. He could have fun. And he's the type of guy that like goes on all genres. If you have wrestling fans and football fans and people who don't even care about sports or wrestling, Gronk is right in the middle of all those groups right there. So I think he would absolutely crush it. He's fun and funny and loud and goofy and just an absolute dude. And I think he would do fantastic.
I think Gronk had a run-in on WrestleMania either last year or 2 years ago, 2 WrestleManias ago, where he jumped the barricade, and they did a little spot in the ring. Mojo Raleigh, I think he's another former football player turned wrestler. Mojo's doing a great job. I think he's overseas right now. But Gronk, he felt the ring. He did a great. I think he speared someone. But you're right. Gronk would be just a great dude to just watch in a ring.
And everyone I got on my list, like I said, is either defensive end or a tight end. Next on my list is a guy who's literally already been there before. I know Gronk made an appearance, and we were at WrestleMania last year, and this guy made an appearance. Tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, George Kittle. He's got the look. He's got the personality. Like, he could just immediately retire after this season and go into WWE.
Have a great
run. I think immediately be one of those dudes.
I agree. He's another just a freak athlete, man. The dude is he just looks great. And when he talks, I want to listen to you. I want to hear what he's saying. So that is another good one. Man.
And sticking with the tight end group, and especially now that he's got that pop music pop, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. He would be fantastic at this thing.
He would be. I think I would love to see Travis Kelce as a heel, have him tag team with Logan Paul.
Yeah,
and you would just love to hate him, but they just be so good in the ring, so athletic. One of the coolest things that when you're a professional wrestler and you're working in the ring, you want to execute moves that looks devastating, but at the same time you got to work out the mechanics of it for the most part and make sure it's quote unquote safe.
Sure.
All the guys you've noted, all the guys have been noted so far, I believe would have good enough control and execute and work well for months on end. That'll be a great thing to see. That'll be a great thing to see. You're talking about how you want Ric Flair, he would be a great ideal fan from the wrestlers group. Do you know any other wrestlers that would be a great fan to have on the sidelines just to pump you up?
Like somebody that you're like, oh, like, here's my guy. You bring him into the locker room every time, and he gets like a Ric Flair adjacent speech. Or I'll tell you what, a guy I'm really impressed with, his professionalism on the microphone and how he engages the crowd. I've seen him live a couple times, go in these events with Fred, and that's Cody Rhodes.
Ooh,
he is a master on the microphone. And, you talked about the ladies match that we saw at the Rio Rancho Event Center at the WWE Road Show, that the ladies had a huge pop. And I agree. I thought it was the best match of the night. But just Cody coming out was stopped the crowd. He has so many fervent, insane fans. Like, every cell phone of a wrestling fan went up immediately.
I loved it.
Immediately to see him and hear him. So I think if you had Cody Rhodes in your locker room before a playoff game, I think that would just be as high energy as you could possibly get.
He would have a gradual rise. He'll have a gradual crescendo to his speech. Ric Flair come in
immediately.
Right there. Cody would have that very cool approach. Like, all right, guys, what we have to do today. And then by the end, you're like, I could see that. I would love, when I was playing football, I would have loved to have seen Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh,
on
yes,
the sidelines. Anytime anyone just delivers a devastating hit, you just hear in the background, oh, and even if you get hit, you just got hit, you hear, oh, I'm good, thanks, Jim. That would have been awesome. That would have been great to hear.
And instead of a helmet to helmet smash, like when your homie gets a sack and's running towards the sideline, instead of smashing helmets, Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes out, smacks you with a 2x4.
I would love that. That would have been great. That would have been totally awesome.
So, Gronk, Kelce, and Kittle, I think either of those three tight ends would just be absolutely perfect for it. But on the defensive side of the ball, give me J.J. Watt or Max Crosby. And I think Max Crosby is that guy. huge personality. He already seems like a professional wrestler. He's a troll. He's the best at talking smack. He's got all the confidence in the world. He's a freak athlete. And he's like one of those guys that like came from nothing too, who has a story.
See, I love the sound. You're touching on something else. Like now that we're in the new age of social media, there's another level of managing when you're in professional wrestling. You have to work a mic. You have to connect with the audience, the crowd, the fans, or those who are jeering you. You have to be a solid worker. You have to be trustable. That we can say, I'm putting my body on the line. I trust you to deliver the work as well. And then you gotta be active on social media. That is a great point right there. Like even right off the ring, in between matches or in between shows, he'll be talking that ish, make you really want to see what's going to happen. That's another reason. Yeah, I love that. Even Mr. Watt too.
Yeah,
he'll come in. He'll just be known as Mr. Watt, and like have the crowd yelling "What" every time he walks in the ring. Yeah. What? That would. Oh man.
I think TJ, his younger brother's got a lot of tread left on the tires, but them being a tag team duo once they're both out of the NFL.
The Watt Bros?
The Watt Boys?
The Watt Boys? Watt Boys? That would, oh man, that would be beautiful. You create the music, it'd just be electricity just throughout the stuff, all the watts and stuff.
More sports and sports adjacent content right here on Two Men On with Saleh Taylor, A-Marie Castillo back at the studio. Steve Palmisano, I think he's working around here somewhere, but he might join us a little more on the program. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Brought to you by New Balance.
It's a 5-minute break, guys.
At New Mexico Shoes. Professional service, quality shoes, and the latest apparel. In Conwood Corners next to Best Buy. And New Mexico Shoes on Montebo next to SAS. New Balance and New Mexico Shoes.
Northbound I-25 is slow from Gibson through I-40. Southbound 25 lags from Paseo del Norte through the S-curve to Montgomery. Westbound I-40, we've got delays from San Mateo to Rio Grande before it starts to ease. And Paseo del Norte is slow running from I-25 through 4th Street.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Get more in 2024 during the Start Something New sales event at Malloy Ram and Los Lunas. Get more rebate on a new 2023 Ram 2500 with 10% off MSRP and get warranty forever. Get more at MalloyRam.com. See dealer for all details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World-class local style. I'm Grace Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Is it too late to nominate Sean McVay for Coach of the Year? Because I thought this was supposed to be a throwaway season for the LA Rams, the middle of a full rebuild. I thought this was a stripped-down, inexperienced roster. I thought the Rams were supposed to be paying off the FDM pick Super Bowl. Instead, this alleged throwaway season is now looking like a playoff season. And I don't think anybody is looking forward to seeing these guys in the postseason.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in New Mexico, so you can get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Art Sandoval at an even better price. That's right. State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. Art Sandoval is ready to help you save in Albuquerque. Call Art today at 338-0300. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-583-5795.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Blake's Lottaburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own Hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Lottaburger, the first there was, the best there is.
I can't believe this could happen to me. It was just a few drinks. I do it all the time. Only this time, with my wife and kids in the car, I got pulled over by the police. Then I failed a sobriety test, and I was placed under arrest. My bad choices have finally caught up with me.
Drunk driving? It's not worth the risk. It's up to you to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration.
Guys are coming back in about 40 seconds.
Ellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble.
All right.
Amory, you shouldn't be putting on your makeup on
and
the program.
Cannot be reversed. If you've been
because you let people have it for free.
Vision
You should,
change.
Get paid to do that.
Right.
To get ready with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's like vanilla OnlyFans where you just like have videos of you putting on makeup and
I
stuff.
see those girls, do it on TikTok. They're kind of annoying though.
Story time with Amory.
It's awful.
We're
Here we go.
Okay.
Creeper.
Welcome back, Duke City. 2 men on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. One Van Nunley here. One Amory Castillo back at the studio. One Fred Slow. Hurt his tum-tum or something like that. He's out of here.
Praying for you.
Hashtag save Fred.
Thoughts and prayers.
Prayers up.
Wherever he may be.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Saleh Taylor joining us in his stead. I was going to talk more parallels in between the WWE world and the NFL world, but you posed a really good question. And this is like the cool thing about live radio. Also, of course, owner operator of the Duke's Team Store, Steve Palmisano, back on the program with us. He just left us for like half an hour to go make some friggin' T-shirts and then come back here and be a rock star again.
Had to make some sales.
All right. I mean, you can't keep the lights on by being a guest on a radio show. Correct. So you got to go stack that paper, baby. So that's like the beauty of live radio is like we just randomly started a conversation off air, and I'm like, actually, hold on. let's open this up for discussion here. By the way, 505-246-0610, friend of the show. If you need to lament your Cowboys, phone lines are still open. If you have an opinion about what we're about to talk about, we'd love to hear it. But you posed a really good question, and I like it, because do you have to be a good locker room to be a good team? I was dumbstruck for a second, because my obvious answer is like, no, whoever's the better team, whoever has the better players, blah, blah, blah. But I think there's an element, and it's not just sports, it's not just football. It's kind of like parallels to life. It could be anything. If you don't get along with your coworkers, not everyone does. There's not going to be a lot of cohesion. You're not going to be a unit and get to it. But I want to see your point of view. Like how did this pop in your head in the first place? What made you curious about this aspect?
So here's my thing. I started paying attention more to the NFL during the playoff season, because I love seeing the wear and tear throughout after the season. And everyone's like, I just want to make it to the big game. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. So the locker room's exhausted. Everyone's annoyed with each other even more. So everyone is just either tolerating each other, or everyone's vibing. Everyone's connected. We got this. We got this. But like, you see it on the field. Now I've seen things where they call themselves a team. They don't care about each other outside of this, but they know how to do the job. So the question, that was the question to me, because we know that later in the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, they weren't really getting along on a personal level, but they knew how to utilize each other on a professional level. So as we're looking at this next round of playoffs, the biggest one you got to talk about is the Kansas City, and Mahomes is just.
He's not very Mahomesian right now, is he? Yeah.
So you got your guy, the leader of the team, who's clearly showing frustration with himself, with his team, with the calls that are being made, with the game itself. Does this mean that we got is coach going to talk about like we got to get this together, or like we know what we can do to get the job done? Let's just focus on winning this next game. So what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, that's a great question. And if you ask somebody like Ned James, friend of the show, our NFL insider and quarterback whisperer, he says this a lot. It doesn't really matter if your team gets along. Whoever has the best players who are the best prepared, whoever has the best players who are the best coached, will win the game. It doesn't matter if they're all buddy in the locker room and it's all Hakuna Matata and Oye Como Va, and again, whatever else you want to squeeze in here. But I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I think there's a gray area here. And I know that's kind of a cop-out on this question, but you can't have absolute chaos in your locker room and expect to go out there and win. It's a team game.
Yes.
It's not like you got 5 people on a basketball court. If you got the 5 best players, you're going to win.
Yes.
You got 53 dudes. 33 of them have starting jobs. They all need to be in cohesion as much as possible. So it starts with the head coach and it goes down. So your head coach has to establish order, and then your coordinators have to establish a game plan, and then all the coaches underneath the coordinators have to have realistic expectations from their groups, whether it's offensive linemen, wide receiver groups, whatever. When you break it down, all these guys got to be on the same page in their position groups, so they all come together and play together when they're either the offensive, defensive, or special teams unit, and then your coaching staff has to keep all these pieces together. But when you do that at practice and everyone's playing well, that's one thing.
Okay.
When everyone hates each other in the locker room, because you know how divisive this country is right now. I mean, red versus blue, male versus female, patriot versus immigrant. Like, if anything can divide Americans and, earthlings in general right now. And if you got 53 dudes in a locker room, there's no way they're 100% on the same page. So I think it's somewhere in the middle where you have cohesion. You get along, you support each other, you fight for the brand, you fight for the city, you fight for your team, whether it's a natural disaster happened in your area, or your team's been down for so long. You got to have a reason that you come together and play together.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessary to have everyone roasting s'mores over a campfire. And I think that's unrealistic expectations for 53 different human beings to be in a locker room and everyone being buddy.
Yeah. I don't think that ever happens. I mean, that's a big group of people.
Sure.
To be that close, but I think you have to get along. It's better if you get along than not, right? Because you never know when it's going to, rear up and pop up, just like with Dallas, with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. I just saw something else on there that something more is coming out about, what was going on with them right at the beginning of the game. And if those two can't get along, in the game, who knows if they get along in outside the field or outside the game. But I think it's better if people do get along, they understand each other, because then they'll fight for each other better.
Yeah, I agree completely with that sentiment. And you remind me, we haven't assigned an I-9 varsity today in honor of Dak and Compact Disc Lamb Chop. We will have the I-9 varsity of dynamic duos.
Oh, sweet.
In the next segment. So I like that one. Marie, start preparing your dynamic duos, because we'll have a little dynamic duo roundtable after this. But looking at the teams in the playoffs right now, you got some guys, I think a perfect example is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Because he lost the locker room in Cleveland. That's one of the main reasons that he got ran out of Cleveland, wasn't just because he was playing below a level that they expected out of a number 1 overall pick. I mean, he won a playoff game in Cleveland. He turned around the season for the Rams when he got traded there, just won a playoff game for the Bucks. So notwithstanding him having the exact number of playoff wins as Dak Prescott. I had to squeeze one more in.
Kept looking at me. I knew it was coming.
But Baker Mayfield, they love him in Tampa Bay. He's got the locker room united. He had to win a quarterback competition during training camp in the preseason, and his teammates love him and play their asses off for him. So he's like the perfect example of losing a locker room and being able to win a playoff game, and winning the hearts and minds of your teammates and rallying them together and winning a very unlikely playoff game.
And remember, he went through the Carolina Panthers, too.
The Panthers.
It wasn't a easy road to get to that starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So,
and then you got a guy on the opposite end of the spectrum. The quarterback he just beat is Jalen Hurts, and it seems like he's not even the team captain.
Yeah.
Your quarterback has to be a number 1 alpha dog on your team. If that's not your personality, you have to come somewhere close to it, because you see on the offense, the real captain is Jason Kelce, and not even he could keep that team together down the road. And they lost 6 out of their last 7 games, and A.J. Brown basically quit on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They're freakish athlete, probably uniquely most talented player, quit on the team. So you have the example in that one game right there, the Buccaneers, who have a united locker room playing together, than the Philadelphia Eagles, who I consider to have a more talented roster, better quarterback, better skill position players, and their chaos led to their demise.
And they got capitalized on.
Sure.
So when it comes to something like that, I'd say the strongest position that needs to hold it together is kind of like the player coach of the team, the quarterback.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how good everyone else is. If your quarterback isn't as strong as a leader as they could or should be, it doesn't matter if the locker room likes each other or not if they don't respect the quarterback, it sounds like.
And I think cameras and microphones are everywhere. So you see a lot of it, especially during the games on the sidelines. Your first example was Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes, it seems like throughout the middle of the year, they kept losing games they should have won. Mm-hmm. And he was throwing hissy fits on the sidelines, blaming the refs, yelling at coaches. It looked like he was losing his team. but still, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, he's a guy this never happened to before. He's been the leader of a locker room. His guys trusted him his whole career so far, but you see him losing his grasp on that. And then the last couple weeks of the year in their first playoff game, they're getting it back together, and he looks like the leader again. It looks like he's calm and composed again, and he looks like Patrick Mahomes again.
Do you think that his outburst may have helped the team when they're seeing that he's frustrated, maybe with us? Let's get it together. Let's get it, let's get this down. I guess like the question behind that is the whole that position of the quarterback, the leader of the team, even the coach. I don't care if you like me or not. You're going to respect me. But is he earning that?
Yeah, I think there's an element of that. And like his outbursts throughout the regular season this year, maybe it was something that he needed to go through as like a professional, like as a veteran, because ever since he came into the league, it's been nothing but butterflies and rainbows. And he started to feel some adversity, and he didn't handle it well. When he wasn't the belle of the ball, when he wasn't getting every call from the refs, he kind of freaked out. Yeah, he kind of threw a couple hissy fits there, and he had to reel himself back in and say, this isn't indicative of my character. I mean, they had a team meeting, players-only meetings in the locker room to try to fix these problems, and lo and behold, playoffs come around, they're looking like the Chiefs again.
There we go. And it looks good. It feels good. It feels great.
To put a bow on this, I want to hear your perspective, Steve, as a Cowboys fan, and you had to watch Dak and CD, who like looked in tune for 17 games this year. CD like led the league in receptions. Like they're obviously on the same page, and you see him losing it in that moment. Do you think it's on one of them to figure out what's going on, or does like one of their coaches or the head coach or a coordinator have to step in and help out that situation?
I think at that point in the heat of the game, they gotta fix it right then. I mean, and it looked like they were trying to. I mean, they were trying to, tell each other what was, not going right. But at least they did come together and were talking about it. I think I read an article where somebody had to separate them at some point. But when you get to the game and you're losing it right then, that's the last place you want to do that. But I think it's up to them. I mean, Dak's the captain of the team, and he's, I think it's incumbent on him to get CD under control and in a good place.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Mike McCarthy was so underwater, like trying to figure out the game plan, that he didn't have a moment to step away and be like, hey, guys, like we've done this fantastic for 17 straight games, 18 weeks, you guys being on the same page. We need to figure it out.
Weird because the game before that, he had the best game of the season.
Right.
And then immediately at this game, it started that way.
Well, it sucks when you're playing on a Blue Monday. That doesn't help at
all. Oh, bummer.
Sorry.
That must have been it.
When we get back, the I-9 varsity of dynamic duos. Stoked for this one. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Lobo women's basketball is this Saturday to 94.5 The Pit. Pre-game starts at 2:30 against UNLV.
Touchdown for Braves, bounce pass to Ogman, cutting in the basket, and one for Ogman. The give and go.
Lobo women's basketball moves this Saturday to make way for wild card football on the sports animal. So find JJ Buck and all the Lobo action this Saturday on 94.5 The Pit.
Braves and B going back and forth. Coverage going to take the top of the key. 3 drains it.
Or streaming in the UNM Lobo app.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, you're up next. Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight. Here, try these. Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Nachos! Yeah, your nachos!
Hey, I'll take some.
Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're just gonna eat these dry, plain, boring nachos with no Franks. Oh, seriously? Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah! Yeah, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
American Home has over 85 years of experience in mattresses. We've partnered with the #1 most trusted mattress brands in America, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy Posturepedic. And we've selected the perfect 30 best beds in the industry just for you. We believe these you
Vanny
covered with a perfect advantage of 60-month financing.
Yes.
American Home Furniture.
Your last break will be last time I promised Steve.
Story that's back again this year. It's the
So your last break is 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Chokers.
We'll do
I'm just letting you know.
somewhere in between 12 and 15 right here, and then have like a short last one.
Yeah, cool. I just want to let you know it's like 3.5. The other ones are usually long, but this one's short.
Okay.
Yes, it's a time that comes around every year. So
Am I doing
celebrate
alright,
by
Avery?
giving her the Dak Prescott.
Hey, you're doing great.
You're doing awesome too.
Thanks.
As always, 0 for 0.
Where in the NFL? And the Lobos have a huge one against.
I bet the over tonight with that. All right, here you go.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Congratulations, friend of the show. It's your favorite segment of all time. In honor of Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, we're doing our I-9 varsity of dynamic duos today. You listen to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. If you're unaware of what the I-9 varsity is, new friend of the show, well, I'm going to tell you. We pick a topic randomly throughout the program, and then we assign one segment, the I-9 varsity. And the varsity it's our Rushmore. It's our totem pole. It's our top 5 alive. It's the best of and or the worst of whatever subject we randomly pick. And today we're doing dynamic duos. Check out i9sports.com, League Office 280. You got a kiddo interested in sports or any kind of extracurricular activity, they're the people to give the kids the education and support that they need. League Office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. They're the best in the biz, and we are honored to have them as a friend of the show. Hey, Marie, you want to kick this thing off?
Yeah, I'm going Jerry Seinfeld and George Costanza.
Oh, strong. Good start.
not only shameless plug, do I have a podcast with Bob Clark from News Radio KKOB about Seinfeld. If you haven't heard, you should listen to it if you're a Seinfeld fan. But they're one of my favorite duos in general.
Oh, not that there's anything wrong with that.
What's the deal with that? Saleh, you kind of got an idea what's going on. This is your first I-9 varsity. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to say Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, my
Commentary
goodness.
team
You're
WWE.
going wrestling. Surprise, surprise.
Shocker.
Shocker.
Hey, at least I didn't do a Minnesota Viking dynamic duo.
Okay, I'm
that?
going to Google Gorilla Monsoon.
I'm
Fair.
saying one of my favorite things hearing when as a kid growing up is just hearing Gorilla Monsoon just yelling at Bobby the Brain, like, "Will you just stop?" And that's kind of the dynamic. That's kind of the dynamic that I try to go for with Fred. I just like poking at him. I just like annoying him. And anytime I get a rise out of him saying the words that coming out of your mouth are not good, I'm like, oh. That's like feels akin to Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
All right, good start for your first I-9 varsity, Saleh. Steve, what you got?
I am going to go with Wayne and Garth.
Okay,
Party
I'm crossing this off my list. Well done. Stole one of mine.
Party on.
Yeah, party on. Yep.
Party on Wayne. Party on Garth.
Yep.
Game
Great
on.
start. Legends. Absolute legends. And I think the aforementioned who is MIA today, hashtag Save Fred,
Save Fred.
prayers up. That's his
Oh my
favorite movie.
gosh.
Wherever you are, Fred. We love you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going classic.
All right.
First on my I-9 varsity. It's going to get progressively weirder, obviously,
Go
because
on.
I'm me.
Yes.
PBJ, bro. Peanut butter and
Yeah.
jelly
All right.
sandwich.
Good
Okay.
Oh, my
Name a better duo than PBJ. People of all ages. Do you like your bread toasted? Do you like the crust cut off?
I love
do you,
PB&Js.
do you like creamy? Do you like crunchy? Do you like jam? Do you like preserves? It doesn't matter what specific taste you have. Everyone likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're legendary, and they are the leadoff hitter on my I-9 varsity.
Nice.
That was really good.
Swing for the
Thank
fences
you.
on that one. I'm with it.
Hey, Marie, round 2.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers and referees.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
There is no more dynamic duo, man. They just really always, they just really click and they're just my.
You're going to go Aaron Rodgers and referees, not
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers and conspiracy theories?
Oh no, I love that too, but no, no, with referees.
All right. I love anything Aaron Rodgers, especially when you're making fun of him. Saleh, who's in your 2-hole?
you said PB and J. I'm going to say banana and chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoa.
That
Okay.
is the combo.
You talking like chocolate dip bananas? Are you talking like any kind of
However-
banana and chocolate together?
However, whomever, whatever, whoever,
You just love it.
banana and chocolate.
Wow.
Okay, I
Let
am
me
not
try it.
surprised at all a Pacific Islander got in a tropical fruit.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Steve, how are you going to follow
Going
Wayne and
to-
Garth?
Joey and Chandler, of course.
Oh, those are good ones.
Okay. Oh, God, not on this show.
Yes, huh?
Not on this show.
Yes, I like it.
Oh, when is your friend-centered podcast coming out, Amory?
No, no, I have enough podcasts. It's fine.
In my 2-hole, giggity, it should be my cleanup hitter. My favorite hip-hop group of all time. One out of Atlanta, Georgia. One out of Brooklyn, New York. Killer Mike and LP of Run the Jewels. The dynamic duo to end all dynamic duos. If you haven't seen these guys live, there is not a hip-hop show anything like it. LP is a legendary producer. He's a legendary rapper. He formed like Voltron with Killer Mike, brought him out of the doldrums, and catapulted him into one of the greatest MCs of all time. Killer Mike over everybody. Second on my I-9 varsity of dynamic duos.
Impressive.
RTJ, baby. Run them jewels.
Run the jewels. I like that. That's pretty groovy, man.
All right. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Amory. Who's in the 3-hole?
I'm going Christmas. I'm going red and green chili.
Strong.
Gonna stay for New Mexico out there. Strong dynamic duo when you order Christmas, the red chili and the green chili.
Can't go wrong.
That's pretty groovy.
And it's a great day to mention chili on this program because Fred's not here.
Correct.
He couldn't
Bingo.
handle. He can't handle chili.
Can't handle
and he
mayo.
probably couldn't handle that answer either.
No.
Saleh.
Because I'm from this town.
Okay.
Seahawks Stadium and the Seahawks fans.
Okay.
12th man.
12th man. That is a strong answer.
Because
Yes. I appreciate that.
anytime you experience, if you've ever got to experience a game and I think it was Quest Field, now it's some Bitcoining or something. But
We get it. We get it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But witnessing a home game there is just beautiful, So that 12th man in Seahawks
I like
Stadium.
it. I like it.
Strong. Steve, one more.
Well, I'm just gonna have to throw it out there.
Okay.
Fred and Van.
Oh, look at this guy.
Wherever
This
you are,
guy.
Fred, thoughts and prayers, wherever you are.
All right.
He's in a better place.
Can you hear me sliding that 20 to Steve over the airwaves? Can you hear that?
Iconic. They're,
Can you
they're
hear
on the
that?
verge of being iconic.
Oh boy.
My goodness.
Do not
Iconic
boost
adjacent.
makes their heads any bigger.
Yeah, I don't need it whatsoever.
No.
All right, we're up against it. I'd like to do a fourth round. You want to do a lightning round the next round?
I'm with it.
Okay. Next on my
Quickly.
I-9 varsity of dynamic duos, I got Bunk Moreland and Jimmy McNulty. You know them as the lovable detectives, while flawed humans, wonderful detectives helping out the murder police in the city of Baltimore on HBO's hit series, The Wire. That's right, friend of the show. It took me 2 hours and 50 minutes for a Wire reference. All right, Amory, this is the lightning round. Who you got?
I'm gonna go cold beer at a baseball game.
Woo! You get the show.
I love it.
There's nothing
Saleh.
better. There's nothing better.
Actually, I'll say cold weather and a warm blanket.
Ooh, let's say warm something.
Go on.
All right, cleanup hitter, Steve. Who you
Well,
got?
Because I just looked it up. Han Solo and Chewbacca.
You stole another one from me.
Yes.
Son of a
That's a good one though.
Steve.
Iconic.
How dare you, Steve? All right, shout out friend of the show, Brandon Ortega's kiddo, Mario and Luigi.
There you go.
We're gonna end up with Mario and Luigi. When we get back, I'm just gonna glow up Saleh Taylor. 2 men on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Pizza's here.
Clear, guys. So you'll have come back with like 2 minutes.
Heard
about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off, then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe, we would like to share a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your friends, wrestling your friends, eating a sandwich, making a sandwich, hugging your kids, buckling your kids, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, adjusting your seat, rubbing your feet, reading the paper, using a shaver, applying makeup,
You get
applying to college.
A large number of car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the station.
Hey, you're up next.
You guys got a minute, and then you'll have about a minute.
Here, try these. Vicks VapoCool drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
You guys,
you ready?
You guys, we're coming back in 30 seconds, and then you'll have about a minute till music.
All right, sweet.
Cool Drops.
Nachos, yeah.
Some.
Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
And tomorrow, I text you guys, but tomorrow we're off at 6:30, and then Thursday you guys are off at 6.
Sweet and sweet.
Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah. Yeah, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
Here we go. Mike is hot.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hell of a program today, Duke City. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having fun with us today, friends of the show. Thanks to Aaron Buck Burnett for joining us for the first couple hours. Thank you, Saleh Taylor, for joining us on the program the last hour. Thank you, A. Marie. You didn't do anything wrong at all today.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's friggin' sweet. It was not a Blue Monday yesterday. You came in hot today. As always, Steve Palmisano, owner operator of the Duke's Team Store. Get down here, get all of your I mean mostly Dukes, but we got Lobos, we got Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Hey,
we got 2 Men On, we got every business that Saleh Taylor is involved in, which is a bunch.
A lot of business.
So how many hats do you wear? Saleh, you're the voice of Duke City Championship Wrestling. You help behind the scenes. You do all this stuff for the wonderful Duke City Championship Wrestling. You're a musician. You're an actor. You do voices. You do. You're a personal trainer. You're a mathlete. You're what don't you do?
Make money for now.
Oh crap! How do the friends of the show follow you on social?
Find me on Instagram, for sale 247. On Facebook as well. You can see me on Threads, and I have a TikTok now for some reason because my publicist yelled at me. So
exciting!
I have a TikTok now, and you'll find me for sale
247.
So
all the friends of the show, thank you for joining us today. Had a lot of fun with it. Crazy wild card weekend. I'm sure we're going to keep talking about this tomorrow on the program. Big Lobo game tonight. Get out to the pit if you're not out there already. And stay safe out there, friends of the show. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow, Burke.
Good job, guys. Bye-bye.